Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Casey with Russo Resells, and I am a full-time online reseller on apps such as eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and Curtsy. Today is Saturday, November 29th, and I haven't filmed in a couple days because it was Thanksgiving on Thursday. And when we left off on Thursday, I had 3 more sales, and yesterday, Friday, the 28th, I had 2 sales. So we're going to go ahead and hop into those. Now, the first item to sell on Thanksgiving is this pair of Dolce & Gabbana. They are like this blue and stripe printed ballet flat. There is the logo. These are coming straight out of my mother-in-law's closet, and as you can tell, they have been used multiple times, used and abused. So I did price those very reasonably on Depop for $49.99 plus Depop shipping. A buyer offered me $40, which I thought was very reasonable, and I did accept. My fees to Depop were $2.10, and I turned a free to me item into $37.90. Very happy with that. Now, the next item to sell I've had in my closet for almost a year now, so I was very happy to receive an offer on it. It is by Soft Surroundings, and it is this beautiful pink geode printed like tunic blouse. I just thought this was a very, very beautiful, and I did want to pick it up. It does have like a crossover detail in the back. Not sure if you can see that, but there it is. And this is in great condition. It feels like it's only been worn once or twice. I did get that at my local Savers for about $8, and I priced that on eBay for $31.99 plus $7 ship. A buyer offered me $22 plus $7 ship, which I did accept. It cost me $5.71 to ship. My fees to eBay were $4.29, and I doubled my money by making $19. The next item to sell I got at a half off Salvation Army sale for about $4.50. It is this Outdoor Research navy long sleeve, and it is very heavy and substantial. It does have that pocket detail right there, and it is just in fantastic condition. So I did want to pick it up. I know it is quite basic, but I still thought that it was a great piece. So I had that listed on eBay for $24.99 plus $7 ship, and a buyer offered me $12 plus $7 ship. That is half of my asking price. However, this item is very basic. I have had it for almost 6 months, and I am already having a 30% off sale in my eBay store, so I figured an extra 20% for Black Friday was not too much to ask for. So I accepted the $19 offer. It cost me $7.41 to ship. My fees to eBay were $2.92, and I doubled my money by making $8.67. Very happy with that. Now, the next item is a tried and true. It is by Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein sells very well for me. I'm tripping over my words, and I don't know why. It sells very well for me, and the reason is because I believe that the customer base for this brand just knows. They know what size they are, they know what they like and what they don't like, and they know the quality of the item that they're getting. So it has this beautiful gold button detail at the collar, and it is this beautiful royal purple crew neck. And it is such in great condition. This is coming from my stepmom. It is a consignment item, and I had that listed on eBay for $24.99 plus $7 ship. I did have a few watchers on it, so I sent out a 32% off offer, which was $16.97 plus $7 ship, and one of the watchers did accept. It cost us $7.17 to ship. Our fees to eBay were $3.60, and that left her with a total profit of $13.20. So the last item to sell yesterday, I got at the Goodwill outlet bins for about $1 or $2. It is by Connor Handmade Hats, and it does say Perry Mason on the inside. I'm not sure what that's about, but it is a full straw upper, and I just thought it was fantastic. Hats like this do really well for me. So I had that priced on eBay for $27.99 plus $7 ship, and a buyer offered me $19 plus $7 ship, which I did accept. It cost me exactly $10 to ship. My fees to eBay were $3.93, and I turned a $2 item into $12.07. Those are the final sales. It is only 8:30 this morning. I just filmed a thrift haul, and now I'm filming this what sold. I'm going to try to get these packaged up and shipped out because I have tennis in an hour, so my lovely husband will probably drop these off at the post office for me. I should be back in a couple or a few days to show you what all else sells. I don't anticipate getting a lot of sales because I have been slacking on getting listings up. So that is a bummer, but with this next thrift haul you're about to see, I don't think I'll have any problems getting stuff up and listed. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and until a few days from now. Hey y'all, welcome back. It is now Monday, December 1st, and I am ready to pack up some sales, and I wanted to show them to you first. We did leave off on Saturday, November 29th, and after we left off, we had 2 sales that day, and then yesterday, Sunday, November 30th, I had 9 sales. So I'm very excited to show you all of them. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So the first sale on Saturday is by Bianca B. And it is this beautiful purple knit V-neck sweater. It is a wool blend, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. I think it is such a pretty color. And I had that listed on Poshmark for $28. And originally, my Posher VA sent out a $22 offer, and I think the buyer missed the window. So they came back the next day and offered me the $22, which I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $4.40, and I was left with $17.60. I got that at a half-off Salvation Army sale for about $4.50. Last item to sell Saturday, so the second and the last, is this beautiful J. Crew blazer. It's called the Regent blazer, and it is this beautiful like capsule tan print. It is also a wool blend and in fantastic condition. It is a smaller size, so it is a size 4, but that did not deter me because I know that J. Crew blazers are very hot right now. So I had that listed on eBay for $49.99 plus $10 ship, and I had a few watchers on it, so I sent a 32% off offer to watchers, and one of them did accept. They paid $33.99 plus $10 ship. It cost me $6.34 to ship. I did have this item promoted, so those fees were $2.38. My fees to eBay were $6.44, and that left me with a profit of $28.83. I also got that at a half-off Salvation Army sale from anywhere, I want to say it was priced either at $10.99 or $12.99, so anywhere from $4 to $7 for that, which I think is a great profit, that $28. Now, the next item I really thought was never going to sell, and I actually was going to pull this to send it to ThredUp, so I'm very happy it did go. It is by Lucky Brand. It is a plus size, and it is like this very boho top. I think it is absolutely fantastic. It is a little sheer, so the buyer will have to put a cami under it, but it's still a really comfortable top, to say the least. So I had that priced on eBay for $24.99 plus $5 ship. A buyer came in and used my 30% off coupon, so they paid $17.44 plus $5 ship. It cost me $4.79 to ship. I did have it promoted, so those fees were $1.45. My fees to eBay were $3.47, and I made a profit of $12.73. And that item is so old that I actually got it at a $1.99 Salvation Army sale. Since then, they have bumped it up from $1.99 to $2.99. Next item I got at an Uptown Cheapskate over in Oklahoma. Usually when I go out there, I take my sister-in-law. We go to Once Upon a Child for the kids, and then we go to Uptown Cheapskate for her and myself. And this is one of the items I purchased to hopefully get some profit to put back into the items that I bought for her and me. So it is this pair of Judy Blues, and they are the boyfriend fit. These are a pull-on stretch pant, and I actually really love that. And they're just in fantastic condition. They do have the manufactured distressing, and they don't have any puckering or any, rubbing in between the thigh area. So in very great condition. I knew I wanted to pick those up because Judy Blue still does very well for me. I had those priced on eBay for $31.99 plus $10 ship, and a buyer came in and used my 30% off coupon. They paid $22.37 plus $10 ship. It cost me exactly $10 to ship. My fees to eBay were $4.67. I do have about $10 into those, and I made a profit of $17.70. So not the biggest profit, but definitely a few extra dollars to put towards our purchase that we were already there to make. So very happy with that. Now, the next item comes right out of my own closet. These are, I do have to clean them up, but they are these Jessica Simpson, I'll show one of them, heels. And as you can see, they have this mesh detail right there. They're a suede upper, and they are gorgeous. They are in great condition. I actually, as you can see, I paid $14.99 at a thrift store for those for myself. And I only wore them once, I believe, with some girlfriends out to dinner, and then I decided that they were too tall for me now, so I went ahead and put them up online to sell. I put them up on eBay for $24.99 plus $10 ship, and I had a few watchers, so I sent a 32% off offer to watchers, and one of them did accept. They paid $16.94 plus $10 ship. Cost me exactly $10 to ship. I did have those promoted, so those fees were $1.72. My fees to eBay were $4.04, and I made a profit of $11.18. I wore them once. I paid $14.99, so I'm just going to say I broke even on those. I think that's my girl math kicking in. Next item I also got at a half off Salvation Army sale. I paid anywhere from $5 to $8 for it. It is this new with tags. Oh, let me get the tag out of there. Old Navy. It is a plus size, beautiful, like blush pink double-breasted coat. I absolutely love this, and if it hadn't sold, I would have kept it for myself. It is in fantastic condition. It has those really cute buttons on it. I definitely knew that I had to pick that up because of the style and because it was new at tags. If it wasn't new at tags, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But I posted this on eBay for $39.99 plus $12 ship, and a buyer came in and used my 30% off coupon. They paid $30.98 plus $12 ship. It cost me $10.67 to ship. I did have it promoted, so those fees were $2.37. My fees to eBay were $6.42, and I made a profit of $23.52. And I'm very happy to get a giant coat out of my inventory. Now, the next item I also got, you'll see a trend in this video, at a half off Salvation Army sale. It is by UMG. This is a boutique brand that I love to pick up, and I think I actually bought this for myself, and I tried it on and didn't like how it looked on me, so I went ahead and listed it. And it is this beautiful forest green, like waffle knit midi dress. And with these beautiful buttons, it has pockets. It's just a great staple for the holiday season, especially with some like tights and boots. So I listed that on eBay for $24.99 plus $10 ship, and a buyer came in and used my 30% off coupon. They paid $17.47 plus $10 ship. It cost me $6.41 to ship. I did have this item promoted, so those fees were $1.44. My fees to eBay were $4.05, and I made a profit of $15.57. And I probably paid anywhere from $4 to $5 for that item. This next item, I thought actually I took out of my inventory and sent to ThredUp, but it happened that I didn't, so I was very shocked and happy that it sold because I've had it for over 2 years in my inventory. So they are these really cool pair of platform studded shoes by Michael Kors, and as you can see, they look completely unworn, and I just thought these were really cool. I did overpay for them though. I know that Michael Kors does not resell well, and I don't know why I paid up. I paid, I want to say, $20 for those at a Salvation Army full price. So a lot of money, and I didn't even make it all back. So let's go through the numbers. I had it listed on eBay for $39.99 plus $10 ship. A buyer offered me $25 plus $10 ship, which I instantly took. It cost me $11.71 to ship. My fees to eBay were $5.04, and of the $20 I paid, I got back $18.25. Definitely not happy with losing a couple dollars, but I am so very happy to get them out of my inventory. I am really sick and tired of looking at them, and these things weigh about 3 pounds, so they are pretty heavy, and I'm excited to get anything that heavy or chunky out of my inventory. Now, speaking of another heavy, chunky thing, actually, this isn't that heavy, but it's pretty chunky. I bought this Wrangler Retro. It is new with tags because I got it from a Ross. I had to go into Ross to get a couple things for myself. This was last year before I was going to Oklahoma to visit my brother and his family. I needed to pick up a few things, and this is one of the items that I bought there to resell to kind of recoup some of the cost of goods from my own shopping. So it is this beautiful like lavender, purple, orange plaid Sherpa jacket. It is hooded. It is very comfy and cozy, but I've had it in my inventory for over a year now, so I was definitely ready to see it go. I had it listed on eBay for $39.99 plus $10 ship. A buyer offered me $25 plus $10 ship, which I quickly accepted. It cost me $11.06 to ship. I did have it promoted, so those fees were $1.82. My fees to eBay were $5.03. I did pay $10.99 for that, so $11, and I turned it into $17.09. Very happy to see that go and see that I made at least a little profit to pay for the goods that I was purchasing for myself. Next item I bought on ThredUp. Sometimes late at night when I can't fall asleep, I go on ThredUp's website and I do some online sourcing or shopping even for myself, and this is one of those items. Usually my cost of goods for anything on ThredUp is about $10, so we're just going to say I have $10 into this. It is this eSpirit Y2K turtleneck, red 100% cashmere sweater. It is absolutely fantastic, very soft, very cozy, very cute, and it has this rhinestone detail on the front, so I knew that I had to get it. I had it listed on Poshmark for $45, and I had a couple likers on it, so my Posher VA sent out a 20% off offer, which was $36, and a liker did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $7.20, which left me with a profit of $28.80. I think that piece is so, so cute, and I hope that the buyer loves it. Now, The last item to sell yesterday is really cool. It's Retrofit by Retrolicious. And it is this shark print, like tie neck little tank. And I thought this was so adorable when I saw it. I definitely wanted to use keywords like baby shark in the title, so that's what I did. And I had it listed on Poshmark for $27. A buyer came in and paid full price. My fees to Poshmark were $5.40. I believe I got that for about $8 at my local Savers, so I turned $8 into $21.60. Those were the sales from the past few days, and coincidentally, they were the last sales of November. So I did want to jump into my profit number for you all for the month of November for me. Now, I'm not going to give you the item number count that actually sold in November because I do consignment and I do sell my couponing goods online also, but I am going to share with you the profit that I made, which was $3,350.93. And the way that my business works is I'd love to make a profit of $100 a day. There are 30 days in November, so my goal was $3,000 and I was $351 over that. So very happy with those numbers. Now, I do have to say that this number is excluding the cost of goods because I run all of that in an annual number. So when it gets time to do taxes next year, that's when I will subtract all of the cost of goods and all of the 20% that I take out for my taxes. So definitely let me know what you guys do in regards to that down in the comments because I am open to, new ideas and new ways of thinking or running my business. So that's just the way that I do it. That works best for me. And, it is what it is. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys are having great sales also, and you had a great sales month for November. And until next time, my friends, bye.